Hey there folks, Kozzi here, drafting for Pick 1, Pack 1. I'm happy today. The weather's a lot cooler, it's not up around 40 degrees Celsius or 100 Fahrenheit, which means I can try and smash out a couple of drafts without worrying about just how uncomfortable it's going to get. So, this is a really interesting pack. Geez, Justice is strong in it. We have Valkyrie Enforcer, which is constructed playable, which is always a good sign when you're looking at a limited card. It's a 3-cost 3/3 with evasion, and it also has the ability to silence. The only bit that gives me pause is the fact that I love Gilded Glaive. That's a great card. And also Silverwing Avenger is really good as well. And there's a likelihood that we'll be sending off some messages to people on my left-hand side that Justice is open. But I don't think that's a reason not to pick the best card in the pack. So, Valkyrie Enforcer, welcome to the team. We'll see where we can go from here. We have a Ghost form, which is interesting when you have Infiltrate abilities. A Stormlynx is a great card, but it's committing to Elysian too soon for my tastes. Outside of the uncommons, I think we're probably looking at the Zenon Guardian being the best card here. And that fits into a Combrei style, which is colours that I'm not allergic to, but we'll see where we get led. Towering Terrazon really affirms that for me. I can understand both the Armor Smith and the Minotaur Ambassador being left, so that doesn't tell me too much. There's also a Finest Hour, but I think I'd rather be getting my creatures over my tricks right now. Grasping at Shadows, play a unit from the void. Nah, I'm not super interested in that. Tundra Explorer is a good card, Minotaur Grunt is a reasonable card, Crown Watch is good, Predator's Instinct is good. I think the most powerful card here is probably the Explorer because it represents card advantage, but I don't think it's too much of a drop to the Minotaur Grunt, which are on the colours that I'm interested in being. Predator's Instinct's also good, whilst I know that I have slightly overpowered creatures. But if I can get a little bit of Warcry on in this deck, I think I'll be hard to beat. Twinning Ritual's good if I'm in Elysian, Hatchling's good if I want to be in Elysian, but I think I want the Amber Acolyte. It just allows me to make sure that I get my power, my colours. And it's not embarrassing. A 2/1 can still trade with a couple of 2/2s. Inspire's okay, but it's really just a card that cantrips itself, so it doesn't make me want to get up in the morning. Hero of the People is very conditional. Sanctuary Priest is a good defensive card. Refresh is an unorthodox combat trick, but I have had it do some work against me. We currently have a couple of different battlefield skills, so I'm happy to speculatively take it this early. And Safe Return's a good trick. Teleport's an okay trick, but Stalwart Shield is great. It turns off frost effects. It makes my creatures more resilient to removal. It's worth noticing that both a Magus and a Destroyer are available late, but given that the shield is there, I'm happy to take a look. Rare to get Flyers in Zenon, so even though it's not great, I'll be taking it. Bold Adventure I'm happy to see. We'll take out the colour just to try and help out. Aspirant I don't love. And thank you very much, packs. We've had a couple of packs in a row where I haven't seen rares that are on colour, but a Hammer of Might is gorgeous. Really, really good card because you can generally get your attack in before they can do anything about it. So I'll take that and I'll be happy. And I have an interesting choice between the Wasp and the Paladin. Unlock Potential is also a good spell. But Wasp is just premium removal and Combrei struggles for premium removal, so I think I'll take it. Flame Blast is interesting, note that fire's going through. I guess that's fair because I didn't see much coming through from my end, so someone's probably cutting me hard on the right. But Zenon Guardian is a perfectly acceptable pick. I think we'll take the Dispel. It's a form of removal for us and probably about the best we can hope for. And I could be interested... Oh, okay, Execute. What am I doing looking at a Burnout when there's an Execute? That could definitely tempt me. Wow, Shadow is achingly open. Well, we'll take the Plague as well and see what happens. Yeah, we're getting cut pretty hard in this direction. So we're going to have to hope that... Blech. None of this is exciting. We'll get rid of the cloak. Yeah, okay, we're getting cut a little bit. The Crown Watch Pally I think is better than the Huru Envoy. It has protection for itself, and the Warcry is a useful ability. What I need to do is think about what I'm getting cut on, because I could move over to Shadow if I want to jump in. My time isn't phenomenal. It's actually my Justice that is stronger. That being said, Hero of the People into Scorpion Wasp seems pretty nice, but it's worth keeping that in mind. None of this has me excited. Ooh, what's happening with the music there? That was not my computer going weird. I think this is when I could be convinced to take a Blackguard sidearm, although we still don't have an amazingly low curve. But this is when we could be convinced to jump ship. Mainly because there's... Well, actually, no, Rebuke's still a reasonable card. If there was absolutely nothing, like if it was all rubbish, that's when I'll go, alright, let's take a Speculator. Combrei Magister... It's weird. Although, if I can get a Hammer of Might or a Shield on it, it does deal with the fact that it only has 2 health. Alright. I'd rather be getting aggressive than not. And a choice between a Protect and a Predator's Instinct. I still have a couple of overpriced cards, so we'll take the Instinct. And look at that, here's all of the cards that I was wondering where they were. Guardian is a great card, but I think I need to be more concerned about my curve. Minotaur Grunt gives me War Cries and can get in early. Finest Out is a fantastic combat trick. So let's take a look at this curve. Priest I hope not to play, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 2-drops, I could probably hope to get to more. Finest Out is the card that just lets me get in and upgrade the value on those guys. And Ceremonial Mask is the card that makes me happy. And okay, so perhaps the packs were just thin, because all of a sudden some nice stuff came through. I don't love the Sentinel, but we could do with having something big. And now I get to ask myself the question, how disciplined a man am I? Crown Watch Longsword will fit perfectly fine into this deck. Hero of the People is okay, but I think I'd only really have one card that is that variable in value. I don't need to value pick right here, because I think I already own a couple of copies of it. Yeah. Although, it would be nice to build some other cards. But no, let's play this. Yeah. Let's play this responsibly. Lumen Defender is a great card to help us out. Nice and defensive, gain life. Problematic creature for other players to respond to. And Desert Marshal is perfectly fine in this deck. Seek Power is what I want, because I think I do want to splash an extra piece of removal. There's nothing really amazing in this pack otherwise. And I'm not allergic to having a combat trick when I need one. I'm allergic to having a couple too many combat tricks. And out of these, the Predator's Instinct is a little bit too conditional for my liking, so we'll take the Treasury Guard. Another Plague is nice, but I think we just want to make sure we hit our colours. And then this is all pretty much rubbish. Okay, so this one's looking sketchier. I'll be amazed if I want to play these cards, but we might as well have one just in case. Yep, okay. If we have a top of 6 or 7, I'm probably wanting 17 or 18 power. We'll put in 18 for the time being. And let's take a look-see. Well, that's an easy first pick. Refresh does have some circumstances. I don't think there's ever a circumstance where I want a pair of synchronized strikes. Our chemical blast is weak but fine. So I think the way I win this game is we have some cheap dudes with evasion. I can put some weapons on them and get them in. We have a couple of little bits of Warcry to help us out. We definitely don't need a Swiftblade. And I think we have enough decent high stuff that I don't need to go for the things that I find really unattractive. There could be an argument made to ask why I'm splashing at all. I think it's primarily because I don't have a lot of great premium removal. So just having that option to execute is useful for me. Let's take a look at this curve. So I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 2-drops. I'm okay with that. I don't think we're going to need the refresh here. I think I'd rather have the Dispel over a second Rebuke, and I think the Tower Top Patrols look a bit weak. This is looking pretty lean and mean, which makes me happy. We got 10, 18 power. I don't think I really want to go to 17 whilst I got 5 drops and a 6-drop. Could be that 3 Valkyrie assistance is too many, but we have what? 1. Got 3 pieces of equipment, so maybe that is a little too many. I don't like this card in general. I think it's a role player. Paying 8 to turn into a 5/5 is expensive. You've effectively paid 9 mana for a 5/5 flyer, which isn't grand, but it plays a role of getting down early. But no, I think this is it. I think this is our Combrei deck. Really going to be reliant on getting a couple of our best cards out. Got a couple of decent cards, and yeah, we want to be getting on the front foot and just trying to get that inertia over the line. As far as our allocation of power, we have 9 sources, 10 sources of justice, 9 sources of time, which I think is about right. Yeah, sweet. Okay, let's lock it in, Eddie, and see how we go. I've been Kozzi drafting for Pick 1 Pack 1, and I look forward to seeing how this Combrei... Is it aggro? I don't think it's quite fast enough to be aggro. Oh, it's getting aggressive with a synchronized strike, but I look forward to seeing how it goes, whatever we decide to call it. I'll see you in just a moment.